Hello, monkey. Oh god. We're still at this thing here. Right now we are using the object position to the camera. I might need the absolute world position instead, so we have a good shining. I mean, I could fix the positioning and whatever so the shining happens correctly, but it will be very complicated anyway, because right now we are only looking at the middle point of this crystal and we will be anywhere of the crystal, so it is wrong. But even if I fix that, which would be hard, it would look very, very strange as the whole side is doing the shining part, which doesn't feel correct. I would guess... Whoops. Using this instead might be the way to go here. Then it's of course circle. If I was able to change the way this is represented, then we might be cooking. Like, the circle is not what we should be aiming here for. Could even make it bigger, of course, but not so sure. What would make it bigger? happened to the other? Why are they like this right now? Ah, the color is mixing with the rest. Creating a wrong value there. If I do this, it will mix even more. Very strange behavior. Why is it cut off like that? I guess even mixing a little bit, it creates some other color there. Can't have that. I don't know what to search for here. To get a reference. It's not easy. If I made like a diagonal band, would it then continue here? Like if it begins here, would it be visible in this part then too? I mean, this is a flat surface. Oh no, it couldn't. But how would I move it around if I go like this? And the angle is different. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Hello, Scene. Hello, hello. How are you today? I'm losing my mind. What am I up to? A shader for the crystal. I'm not sure how to make it. Because this looks bad. I mean, I'm not talking about these artifacts, because that's just normals of the geometry. But like I'm indecisive to how to make this crystal look. That's the thing, I don't know. I just want something that looks like a crystal that uses a theme of light and darkness, which is white on top and dark on bottom, and it is split into 3 colors. RGB for the white part and cyan, magenta, yellow for the dark side. And then some kind of transition between those 2 sides. Very hard to imagine something good. I thought I can just do a reflection of the colors, but I don't know. It belongs to every environment. Let me show you. Like when we start the game, we immediately are greeted by the crystal over here, the white part. And when we go inside here in the temple, we see the white part being here, but also the dark side on the bottom here. And then, when we even go to the other islands, you can see these crystals on every single island, and they are connected with each other. And the idea is always the light side on top has the light side elements, and the dark side has the dark side elements, which are fire, water, earth, and lightning, air, crystal. There is a big connection to the world, and I don't know how to make it look interesting, or at least not broken. And since I'm not someone that does shaders a lot, I have no idea what I could do. I already struggled with whatever I did here. Like this very cheap looking shader here. I was thinking, depending on what angle we're looking at this, I could change it a little more. It reflects a light. But of course, a circle is not a good idea here. What means elongated? Sorry. Not my main language. Ah, yes. It is very, very long. And it goes into both ways too, like we can go down here and then it will be black, and then up here it will be white. And I'm struggling with one element of the whole design. That's true, but we could break that style on these crystals as they are something important that are maybe not from this world. I was thinking about making them with textures and maybe animating them or whatever. But then I was thinking maybe I could make them a little stand out. My main problem right now is I don't even know what to Google to get some references. Shiny crystal? I don't know. And then I just get gemstones, you know? Although, this looks... But that's just a render, I guess. This thing. I looked up the gemstones in Spyro, how they do it, and they always have like this shining to the camera, not dependent on the light source, always shining from a certain angle. The color of the gems just get brighter and brighter until they are white. Kinda like this, but since my area is very big, it turns into a circle. And if I did this like a band instead, diagonal one, how do I even do this? Like, if I move to the left, what happens to that band? Does it go up and down? If it goes up and down, does it appear on the other side too? It's... so hard. And I mean, I don't even need to do this. I just need a cool idea. And this is right now not working out. I mean, I could do something transparent, but then again, firstly, transparency could be always a problem with particles and so on, and this is a large object, so I need to be very aware of this. Secondly, what do I even do when it's transparent inside? And isn't that very, very, like, way more resource intensive than all my other shaders? I need better references, some ideas, something. Crystal big. How about that? Okay, that's not big. Gigantic. How about that? Not on hand, but I can always make a noise. Right now it has 0 UVs, it's pretty bad. But I can make UVs pretty quick. So just shoot your idea. I can always make it work somehow, if the idea works. And real life crystals are never, like, how to say, polished. They are very, very rough, but also transparent sometimes. Very, very interesting, isn't it? The polishing comes only when a human does something to it now. Or else it's just very, very not polished. It's very rarely clear. Oh, send it to me via PM. Let me write it to you first so you have it on hand. Hello. Oh, you already did? No, that was some while ago. Oh no, it says today, so that was the link you just sent. Let's see. I think I saw that just Googling. So yeah, my crystal could look unpolished, but this is a artificial or digital crystal. So it could be polished too, or transparent or whatever. Just gamey. But it needs an effect. Yeah, show me. Do you want to be hands-on? Or do you want to explain the idea? You want to be hands-on, of course I need to first UV unwrap the crystal. Let me see. Refraction shader and plug the noise measure into the... Okay, thank you. Translucent. And what can I do after that? Can I filter out colors in a specific way? Okay, let's start. So first, I need to join these in edit mode. Or do I? Should I have a big base or should I make little ones? Does it matter? I mean, if I want to tint, it should be like not the whole crystal. It should be specific areas in a specific way. Because the red, blue, green colors should be supporting, not the main color. Yes, I'm asking if the topology right now is okay. Or should I do like segments? 3 or I don't know, 5. Should probably not matter, but since we have UVs on it, I was thinking, yeah, maybe it does matter. Let me add them anyway, because big faces scare me. Okay, and now UV unwrap this. How should we do it? Should they be connected horizontally? I see. So if I cut it from here, the left side should be on the left and the right side should be connected to the right, so they loop. Yes? How do I loop this side? Maybe looping is not an option here anyway. Yeah, okay. Let's begin and then fix issues later, I guess. Perfection is always in the way of getting done. Let's begin. Make seam here. And then make this open. This will not fit. Not at all. But I guess it needs to connect. If I do this now, we would have something like this. Should this cover the whole screen? Or should it be more like the correct ratio? I mean, it can be, but the resolution will be... Okay, yeah, I agree. Then let's keep it this way and then see how the result will be. So this is our crystal right now. What is this? This is still from throne. Where is our throne? Here. Okay, so we are done with the crystal. I'm not sure if I should keep 2 materials. We can change that at some other point. But right now I have 2, so we can separate the upper and lower half. That should be fine-ish. I see. So let's export this. Unreal, props, temple, crystal. Okay. And then Unreal. And re-import this. And the thing is okay. Now you want a noise texture. Or should I use noise in Unreal itself? Okay, then let's make a noise in the material. Test in material. I will keep this in Hall of Fame. Noise. I mean, it will not be a texture though, right? If I do noise, will be just random positions. Vector noise. What else is there? Noise. Lighting model is there. Okay, yes. One here. I guess this will be a different one and not the same. Yes. What is that? IOR? Oh, IOR? That's the index of reflection? Yes. Doesn't seem like it. Disabled. Those are project settings, I assume. So I would assume to make this work, I would need to do some settings here, and that's probably problematic. Refraction method. Refraction method. Is that here in the domain? Ah. Thank you. Is that really... was that really it? Did I skip a part? Or is this just outdated? Okay. I guess that's working. I can see the refraction here. Can I set a different background? There we go. Check out the crystal in my world, so you want me to plug that in there. Let me see, we have to apply first. Oop. I mean, I wonder if we can see anything, but yeah, that's our... oh, what's going on top here? Why does that happen? Is that normal? Something is strange. And look. Huh? Do you see this? It just has like a plane. You think? Because this offset is very, very strange. Huh. I mean, the effect I like, the offset, it already is cool, but... Let's continue a little bit. I want to make it proper. What did it say again? This will just result in another value, no? A is 1. Should I not just follow this thing? Or should... I mean, I could do whatever you say, of course. 1 to IOR. I mean, that's right. So 1 you wanted to have. Anyway, 1, B is 1.5. And the alpha is the noise texture. Now that's the problem here. I don't have a noise texture, I would need to generate one. Plug it to here. Let's apply and then see. Okay, now you want the noise. I mean, you're right. Would this work? Could this work? Could this work? I mean, yeah, kinda. It's just too grainy. And it moves with our camera. I now know what this does. What did I do? That's not what I wanted. I also changed the noise generator, I guess. Can we? Not this one. Wait, can't we change the noise? Interesting. No. And we have no other noise here? Was there not a specific node where you can have like white noise, pink noise, etc.? If I had a normal map, I would need a very, very big normal map, or make this one be a little more using up the space, or else we will see pixels in the reflection. Refraction? Refraction. Yes. I figured as much. But let's see, I have a crystal or a glass kind of thing here. What do I do after? Like, yeah, I probably don't want the noise. I could use some kind of shattering, as you said. That would maybe look rather nice. But I'm not sure if we can handle it into 3D space. Or would it just do it automatically? Could we do a shattering thing where you would see that crack in 3D like a glass shatter? Would that translate there if we look from a certain... What is this? It looks like a glitch in the noise. No, it's not. It's just that thing over there. I mean, I could add a little texture just to test. Right. Now this texture here is way too small for what we are going for, but that's fine. Let's say everything is black. What does it mean? Is 0 a normal view and 1 is the refraction? Or is it going from 0.5 being normal and then both directions? No, I'm going to make a little line so we can see what happens if I put a line in there like this. You know? What would this look like if I did this? Tests, projects, Weltenbaum, 2D. I guess here. What should I call this? I don't know. Tests, crystal map or something, I don't know. No compression. Effect. This guy. Why would you change your position? Okay, okay, so we have a clear thing. And now take this and add it here. I guess there's no big change if I do it like this. Ah, I see. Yes, I understand. So we are playing with different mediums. So what we would need to do is multiply our texture with 2.42 or something if we want to do diamond, or just water 1.33. We need to add 1 and then no, we have to but no, this is the lerp already. Like, this is between air and 1 point whatever glass. So if we do, I don't know, 1 point, this is like, if it's B, so if we are at 1, that's glass right now. Which means we are looking at air except as at the lines I have right now, correct? Which would look very, very strange. Here, there are the lines. Interesting. Maybe something pixely isn't that bad of an idea. If I map it correctly. What do you say? I mean, obviously I need to get some kind of effect in there, but if we go for transparency and with this refraction. But again, should I maybe split? Oh, okay. If I had 6 objects back to back, would this make a line inside and then refract even more? Can this material refract even behind it? That is correct. So if I right now had like another crystal, give me the crystal. What was it? T? Yes. And then, I mean, how could I tell this works or not? I guess we get rid of the thing for now. Apply. Ooh, this is... Wait, let me position them first. Oh. Gone. This. So let's position them right next to each other. Like this. And then... So we can see a refraction behind the refraction. So if I split my crystal in a 6 cross, then we could see a more interesting shape. Oh, hello, Kona. Possible to make a thin-walled double-sided object. I don't know how it would behave, but you can try it. Why would I make it double-sided right now? What if Mochi puts a VR headset on and log in? No, that doesn't work, Kona. Doing realistic refraction takes full-blown rasterizing. So what we're doing is... I know. When I type that about making the complex, yes, but let me see. It already seems to work in a way because we can see behind the crystal, the other crystal, and I would say if the crystal is in 6 pieces, then we would see some things inside. Let me demonstrate what I mean. Let's copy this. And then I go in here. Now, how would I split this into pieces? Is there a modifier or something that I can use to make multiple objects out of one? If I cut it? I could go the monkey brute force way. I can just do this. And then connect them with each other again. You're not? Why not? Please be an expert. So that's 1. That's 2. Oh, is it 2 actually? Isn't. No, it's 2. Three. 4. 5. What am I doing? I will have a very hard time connecting these. Let me redo this. Oh shit. Okay. Dissolve, dissolve. Dissolve. Ah, wait, if I dissolve, do I lose? No. Fine. Dissolve, dissolve. How are you doing, Kona? Are you still here? Or are you here only to tell me that I was wrong? Okay, now we do this. Yes. Oh, what is it doing? What is Monkey doing? Just trust the process, bro. Okay. Then holy moly. Funny enough, I had to automate a mesh editing task in Blender. I asked ChatGPT to wipe code a Python script. Succeeded in the first try. I also wipe coded some Python script for Blender to give me the normal direction of a face and something else. It was just also some kind of data retrieval tool. I would need to... What am I doing? I could just copy this and then rotate. Whatever. I'm just Monkey, leave me be. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 segments, please. SC0. 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 And now we connect. Hop, hop, hop. Okay. So now we cut this here behind the back. Wait. Clear seam. Mark seam. You should call yourself seam instead. And every time I do something like this, I can think of you. Open. Wait. This does not. Oh. How would I open this up? I would need to cut it here too, right? Or else it won't work. mark seam and then do this. Nice. And now we can add our segmentation. I don't know how many I had before. Yes, around 10. Let's see, 10. No, 11. That's better. Yes. So now that we have that, we can select the bottom side, align it to this. Okay. Now we go to object mode, delete these, and then take this part, and then 60 degrees always, right? So wait, why didn't this... Okay, so we duplicate RZ60. Okay. Duplicate RZ60. Duplicate RZ180. Take all. Nice. And now I could have just... I'm so stupid! Why am I so stupid? Export this. Let's remove these for now. Give me CD sample crystal fragments, import, add it here. Add these here. And now collision, we don't care. Copy paste 60. What? Why? Oh. Okay. I understand. There is, of course, other things I could do, but let's... For now... how do I... How do I move this to the center? And just take this and do minus. Okay, sorry. We want X. Like this, and then all transforms. Now export this again. Crystal fragment. Re-import. There we go. Copy, paste. 60. Another 20. Paste. Sorry. Copy paste. And like this. No, this is the wrong shader. God damn it. Like this. See, I wanted to have this effect. Kinda. Still, we have this problem here, which is a deal breaker if you ask me. Wait, am I imagining things or did nothing change? Am I just stupid? I might be just stupid actually, and this didn't do anything. Those are strange things, though. So this does look different, right? I'm not imagining it. Like, this is way simpler. It looks like a solid mirror kind of thing, but it's of course not. But here we have like a faceted thing. I'm not sure if that's of course good or not. But we already have like this other issue anyway. Wait, why don't I have this issue? Oh, we do have it here. Seems like this is a common problem. It's not an easy fix. Since we have such a gigantic area, yeah, this is a problem. There's a screen space problem here, since it doesn't know what's up there. If I wanted to do refractions correctly, I would need to use lumen, I guess. I don't. So whatever I do, if I want to do something transparent and that looks like crystal, I would need refraction. And if I do screen space refraction, that doesn't work in our case, since our screen space is just limited. I don't want to render a bigger screen and then zoom in. That feels wrong. I mean, I don't need to zoom, but I can like enlarge the screen or make it smaller than the rendered space. That sounds like a hassle too, like, I'm not sure. My God. What if we did a refraction? No, the refraction is a specific thing, right? Has no other. Oh man. Ah. I need to think about something else. I mean, that's so stupid. Why was I not thinking about this anyway? But I think making it transparent would have opened up a big problem which I cannot solve. So whatever I do, I cannot use this anyway, because if we go for the start area, that's fine. Here I can make it happen a little bit. Like if this thing is transparent, I can see whatever is behind here. I would need to also model this back sides of the buildings. That's fine, that's fixable. Not ideal, but I would need to do it, since I can just climb here and then look past and then see that there's a hole here. We cannot do that. I can demonstrate here, probably. Has no correct UVs though, so it will be a little broken. Let's take this and materials. No, testing, crystal, bean material, and then what is this white part? Why is it still? Oh, it's the background crystal inside. Interesting. And that's of course not visible when we are in play mode. Go to play mode actually. So now we have the transparent shader in here. But the problem is, now we can look inside here. We would see all these problems. We cannot do that. So whatever I do, either everything needs to be closed off, or we cannot use this. But now we have a different problem, where this option is just not feasible. Because if I'm inside here, we have the crystal here. This thing will be transparent, and we will see a black side where we actually would expect like the ground and the buildings behind. And I don't want to render the whole background here. We already had this option here because I don't want the background. And making this transparent would force us to make the background. Unless we fake, of course, but that's not a good option. So no, cannot use that. Sadly. There are multiple problems and one big problem that cannot be solved. Sadly, no. But I learned something. I already did this at some other point, and it could have been even you, Scene, that you gave me the idea of the refraction on the other day, but I feel like I did this with someone already at some other point. It's not the map I want to be. The background. There we go. Alright, so let's go back our testing area. And we know that we cannot use refraction. So whatever we did here goes away. And we are back to square one. Ugh. See. Action, action what? Reference. .3D. Gem. Because I should be very careful about the music that's playing. Oh, this looks cool. What does this guy do? It plays, of course. Why is it? See this? Going up, is that just a animation effect, or is it really the angle that does that little, these stripes here? Wait! Could I do these stripes in a way where it just continues? It begins with green, then here red and blue. But then again, how would I know that a side is green, red, or blue? I want the facing one always to be red. And don't attribute different colors to sides. Ugh. A comeback scene. While you were away, I found out that I cannot use transparent materials for the crystal in any way. I mean, I could find out how to do it. I'm just playing with the idea right now. What we could do is, when we're in a specific angle and then move towards that angle, that effect would go very fast up or down. So when we hit the other angle here, we don't see it anymore. Yeah, it's more like I have to give up. I can show you why. Let me show you why I need to give it up. There's a technical issue with transparency. There are several issues. Like, first, we had the issue of the screen space. I have a large crystal, so whatever I do, it will always have that issue. That's already a minus point. Maybe we could find a solution to it, but yeah, that's already a problem. But if I use, let's see, if I use the scene shader here, you can see the inside background crystal, which is the wrong crystal. But let me go to play mode, then the background will disappear. The second issue right now is, there are 3 issues actually. That when I see through this crystal, I can see at the back of everything. That would also mean, okay, I need to model these things and close them off. But now comes the third issue, which is the biggest issue. I would need to be able to see inside the temple. So that part needs to be open. We need to see the hole going down, etc. And when I'm inside the temple, where the crystal is visible, I would need to render the whole background so I can see it. So I cannot do that. I specifically designed this area in a way so I don't need to render the background. And now if I have a transparent crystal, I throw it outside again and I have the same issue. So no, this needs to be solid. So that idea can technically not work, even though it's cool. Wrong one. Dummy. All right. Yeah, kinda, it would be. But in the design process of the temple, I had like this, how to say, my thinking process was like, okay, so we have this crystal, somehow this ends up in this crater, creates the crater, and has like this very specific power or whatever to influence its environment or create these islands on top. And it would do the same thing here on the ground, but on the ground it doesn't find the space to do it. But it does create the teleporter somehow on the space where it finds a little area here, and then it creates this hexagon here, and there is like this teleporter. And the lore behind, like thinking of it, maybe the people here dug up this crystal, and then the crystal had place to spawn this thing. Since it's a digital thing, the thing spawns things, and if it doesn't have space, it cannot. So if I had like not this idea and said, hey, okay, the crystal is down, why is this hole only in this place and not around the whole space? Because if I made the hole around the whole space, then I have the issue again to render the whole background. And I don't want to do that because it's technically a problem. So I needed to come up with this whole idea where it also fits into the story somehow. And yeah, now we are stuck with this. Anyway, let's get back to our crystal. Yes, because it needs to be like this, and I think this effect here is actually not that bad with these stripes. What I would need to do is, and it sounds rather simple to do, make a stripe go along this whole geometry. Maybe if there's a little angle, then also divert it or somehow. I'm not sure how does it look in the video. Maybe we don't divert. It looks like just a line, right? I mean, he uses Blender and then... Huh. So, okay, he just is coloring the thing right now. Wait, he already... Coordinate, what's that? Texture coordinate mapping. And then layered weight. I mean, this could already help us a little bit more to give it a shape. So the grayscale, the white scale would give it a little more color. I would need to figure that out depending on what angle we are. You really want to make it reflect, don't you? I wonder, should I make it reflect the environment? I'm rather, how to say, interested in the stripe. Oh, he's doing that. Here's the cellular noise. But I think that's just the pattern it moves around. It's not the reflection inside. Yeah, that little pattern there. That's a very, very strange effect there. You see, like, pattern moves around. Why would he do that? Gives it a mystical thing, I guess. Yeah, this part I want to have. This is cool. This is what we want. So what do you do for that? Get the texture coordinates. Separate. Color ramp. Huh? No idea what the mapping does. Excuse me, that's easy? Do we have a node in Unreal that has that same thing? Oh boy. I don't think Unreal has this. I would need to create it myself. You even can just rotate it then. Texture coordinate reflection. I guess I need to watch this video with his voice to understand what he's doing. Because right now I'm extremely confused. Let's see, do we have some kind of ramp? Color ramp. Like a GIF playing inside, but I want to have these reflections played in angle. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I could just sample the correct value, I guess. So what does this ramp do? Doesn't have any helpful things. Can I just press here and then look what this does? 0.1, 1, 0.9. What is color ramp? The description here adds a color ramp node. Nice, thanks. Yeah, let's search for it. Unreal color ramp. Okay, but my monkey brain doesn't understand. If I say 0, it's black. If I say 1, it's white. Does it go for the vertex position? Like the actual point? Why is this different than just putting in a normal value? There must be a function behind it, no? What does this ramp do? Like if I put 0.5, what does it give me? 0.5? Why not have this then? Whoa! Oh! It has a curve in it! What is this? I can make a gradient the way I want, but what is this? Is this the 0 point and 1 point? So if I do this and say 0.5, will it be black? Or will it be... It will be black. So what is this then? What is the bottom part? Why is there no documentation? Unreal, why? Why do you expect me to understand this? Can you double click the note? I tried to see what's inside, but no, I can't. That it is like a native thing. On the gradient? You mean here? I mean, I hovered. There's nothing here. Double click here, happens nothing here. Opacity? Why did that create another point? I can create more points? How do I check? Oh, these are the values I can then input. Like this. Aha! Okay. Can I delete them too? Now I get it. Okay, so 0 to 0. Why is it white? I mean, I know why it's white, but can you edit the handle and get a color picker? Choose color. Amazing! You can make your own gradient. How cool is that? Can you just put in points and then just set them to some color? Look at this! Huh. And now we could just like put this in here as a harem and then just play around with this, I guess. Of course, because we're looking at it, it won't update immediately, but if I put this into emissive color here, apply it, and then play around here. Huh. Okay, so we have a ramp exactly like he does in his video. Like we can make a 0 1 0 1. So I would need a face that has like a grayish gradient depending on what angle it is facing our camera. So the flow is from lowest to highest and then it just shifts upwards, as in 0 becomes 0.1 and 0.2 and so on, the more we turn it. right? Something like that. And then depending on how we turn, it uses the ramp to color in a mask, and then we can put on the mask some color we want. So crazy. But now I need to know how to make a face have a slight gradient that shifts around and doesn't break the gradient. So this guy is used like the texture map or something with a reflection. I don't even know what that is. Can I get like the reflection information of my face? And then he uses like a map on top of it, mapping the reflection vector into location from a rotation. It rotates the reflection? Yeah, what is the reflection normal? Is that a normal even? What vector is reflection in Blender? Texture coordinate. Let's find out. Blender texture coordinate node. Texture coordinate node. Properties, blah 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 blah. Reflection uses the direction of the reflection vector as coordinates. This is useful for adding reflection maps. You will need this input when using environmental maps. Let's see. Reflection. World aligned reflection. Reflection. View aligned reflection. Distant limited reflections, no idea what that could be. Custom reflection vector. And this is the one we want. Probably, right? Ooh, this is trippy. So this is probably the thing he is using in Blender. What is he mapping it to? He's even scaling it? That's true? I don't understand what this map does here. Just want to see what happens here. Like this? Let's do break vector 2. Make it more here. Do you expect this? Dude, this looks so cool. What happens if I have this in here? Dude, should I just use this? I don't like that it's circle though. Fresnel, you say? There's a Fresnel node? Can I just use this? Well, it's following us. Could work. I feel like I want to have things going on in the middle too. Let's play around with the gradient. Where's my gradient here? Put this here for now. Let's see, when it's here, I want it to be red. And you will probably never see that part. It's breaking the shader. Should be 0. again like this. No. Probably way too small there. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, nah. Too geometrical. Whoops. And this. Oh, it has a very... How does this happen? I think this is not bad. I would just need to put in the correct values somehow. This whole red part needs to be white. And then there needs to be like small edges of colors that flow around, but I'm not so sure. I'm really not very sure. And it's very hard to click into these parts without moving them. They're just breaking. So now it's just white. This is also white. 0.1. 0.2. Let's say it wants to be red. No, that's not good enough. What? No. Right click here. It was 0.1, 0.12. That didn't change it. Like this. And then 0.15 maybe. Then it gets 0.1516. Be white again. Apply that. See? Kinda? I mean, I'm not sure. We definitely could do something else. But maybe for a first step, this is good enough. Maybe. Yeah, they are way too close to each other. Or maybe they should be closer. Maybe they should be closer to each other. Wow! Now we have yellow in it. Not so fan of that. But this looks nice. Right? This is kind of what I was imagining the color thing to be. A little bit at least. Oh. Can I edit this like that? Better. Okay, we have... Maybe I want to have green in here instead. And red in here. Just to have red more center. Now we also have the other colors though. I guess we need to make the other borders a little larger. So this is 3.2. This is 3. Make it 1. So we have 3.2, 0.4, so 2.9, 2.9, green, and 7. And do the same thing here. 5. B7. 2. Then 3.9. Whites. And then we could even do another band or something. Is this too much now? Was the gradient better? Is this better? If it's better, then we have to enlarge the edges though. And maybe this is the way to go. Even though we have yellow and magenta in here. This might be the way to go. So now if I invert this. If I just go here. And say 1 minus. Should turn it the other way. Although we have white parts. Maybe inversion is not the way to go. So this is the one we need. Let's make it different. So here we go in, then just flip every color we have. So this is 0, 0, 0. Zero, zero, zero. One, zero, one. 1, 0, 1. 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. It's still turning it white. 1, 1, 0. 1, 1, 0. 0, 0, 0. That's a little sad. Here we are mixing. And the way this is going, we don't have the inverse of this functionality. It tries to go the wrong way, makes it white. So I might need to force this to another color, the middle here. If magenta and cyan mix, this is magenta, cyan would be 0, 1, 1. That would mean 1, 1, 2. So it is blue if you mix them? Is it? So if we are in here, this is 0, 2, 9. 0, 2, 9. 3, 1. 3, 0, 5. 0, 3, 0, 5. 1. Kinda like this, but it turns it black now. Apply. That a better transition? See it on the other side too. On cyan to yellow before 7 5 5 3 5 5. So cyan is 0 1 1, yellow is 1 1 0. So 1 2 1 is green. Oh, that one works better. Apply. Any whites anymore? This could work. Looks better. Sadly, I wish I knew how this is programmed, so I could maybe make it the other way around. Maybe if we go with this, I need to come up with that at some point. So now I could just duplicate this. This on the downside. This here. Upside. And we have something like this. Isn't this cool? It feels wrong because the way the colors are represented, it's skewed to the black part, where if something is not visible, it still has more rendering power than if it's barely visible. So what if I put these app for now? This apply. Also don't need, probably, right? I don't know. Effect on the other. It's trippy. Okay. Background one. We need to exchange at some point, but I'm too lazy to do it. Art area, no. Background. This one. This. Okay, now save all. Then we go into the game. Here. Let's see how it looks. For now, at least. Because we are still not finished with the crystal. Okay, did this actually work? No, I didn't save it. Great. Okay, so first off, maps, dummy, start area will be this, that. Same thing for the background one. Where is it? Here. This is... So now if we walk around, kinda nice. So the crystals in my islands are still on one material, so they will be only white right now, but let's see how it looks if we go there and play around. This doesn't look like it has the shader correct. I need to go to every single map and check if they have the default in. Okay, so we have... Oh, they're using the same? Tests. Where's my tests? Here, crystal. Okay, save. How about this one? Okay, so they're using the same. That's good. I should do it here in the back in the world map too, though. Oh god. Wait, not correct. Here. But here. Ugh. Didn't put it in here at all. Whatever. In here. Now let's see. Applying something wrong, or okay, the bottom one works, but this one doesn't. Ah, changing it. Because we are okay, so this needs a special material instance so we can make this dark and stuff. But for now it's fine. Let's go into an island actually. I think since the no, has nothing to do with the UV map. I'm not sure if I want this. We definitely might want to play around a little bit more with the shaders. But for now, that effect for some kind of reflection like this might be fine. Perfect. Alright. I guess tomorrow I have to find out a way to make the shader blend into each other without being like a sharp cut here. Right. We might also need to cut the crystal here. Doesn't go up and down. Maybe it's a cool touch, but I'm not sure. All right. I think that's it for today. I still have work to do on this thing. Alright. Everyone. I'm not sure if Scene is still here. Scene, as always, thank you for all your input. Always a big help. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.